My grandmother kept a flag folded in a cedar chest next to a photograph of a man who didn't come home from a war somebody else decided. She never waved it at a rally. She never wore it on a hat. She just kept it quiet, the way you keep something that costs too much to treat as decoration. That flag meant something different to her hands than it means to the hands I see holding it now.
They pressed it in the factory, in a flag adjacent plane. Outsource the assembly to the countries that they came. Stop trading with long enough to make the bumper sticker true. Manufacture patriotism made for me and you. Slap it on a pickup truck, slap it on a feet, slap it on a candidate who's servicing the need of the donor class in polo shirts who never felt the bleed of the wars they keep on funding with the flag they keep on waving at the people still in need. They love the troops in theory, love the symbol, love the brand, love the silhouette of sacrifice without the reprimand of actually fucking funding what the veteran demands. The housing and the healthcare and the steady helping hand. Manufactured patriotism off the assembly line. Somebody else's grief repackaged and redesigned. They'll sell you back your sorrow with the ribbon and a bow. Manufactured patriotism, honey, now you know. Manufactured patriotism, bless your heart and weep. They wrapped the whole thing in the colors and they sold it cheap. Manufactured patriotism, all pride and joy. Manufactured smiles on the face of every girl and boy. There's a particular kind of tired that comes from watching something sacred get used as a prop. From watching the word freedom get spoken by mouths that mean freedom for some and management for others. From watching children put their hands on their hearts every morning in rooms where the truth has been escorted from the building. My grandmother's generation called certain things worth dying for. This generation's being asked to call certain things worth lying for. And that's not patriotism. That's a lease agreement on the idea of patriotism with the landlord holding the deed. They need your outrage calibrated, need your pride on cue, need the grief performative and he ain't go vetted through the proper meter channels with the proper point of view. Manufactured patriotism, custom built for you. History's a costume now, wear it for the gram. Ellis Island as aesthetic, found in father's final exam, where they quote the parts they like and quietly redact the scam of who the document was written for and who was worth a damn. They built a wall around the story, charged admission at the gate, called the people asking questions, something adjacent to the state of sedition. Yeah, they said it, called the curious irate. Manufactured the emergency, then manufactured hate to protect the manufactured. Oh, patriotism. Oh, the manufactured narrative. Oh, the manufactured crisis. Oh, the manufactured nation. Oh, built on real bones, sold in plastic. So I ask you, how dare they ask us? Let me be clear about something. The grief is real. The sacrifice was real. people who believed in something better than what they were handed. They were real. What's manufactured is the ownership of that grief by people who never shared it. What's manufactured is the exclusive licensing deal on who gets to be American, on who gets to be worthy, on who gets to be worthy. Lord, what's manufactured is the idea that asking these questions makes you the enemy of the thing you're trying to save. So here's that faux patriotism back, unsigned, unendorsed, return with the receipts intact. The flag don't belong to the loudest voices in the pack. The flag don't belong to the think tank or the hack. It belongs to the grandmother with the cedar chest. It belongs to the letter that never came back west. It belongs to the people who never got to rest inside the version of the country they were promised dispossessed. It belongs to the ones still showing up to vote, in lines 4 hours long without a code, in counties getting closed while the think tank wrote a white paper on the health of our democracy. I quote, manufactured, 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 manufactured. My grandmother died, believing this place could still become what it kept claiming to be. She wasn't naive, she was stubborn in the way that people are stubborn when they've paid for something with everything they had, and they're not ready to let someone flip it for parts.